Hello everyone, and welcome back to What If Disney, the place where we speculate about all the rides and attractions we wish to see come to the Disney parks. My name is Connor, and once again, I will be your host for the second episode of What If Disney, where we will discuss one of my personal favorites of the four parks in Walt Disney World, Animal Kingdom. Now, Animal Kingdom opened back in 1998, and it's definitely one of the most unique parks in the world, I think. I personally love the combination of the theme park and zoo feel, and every time I go to this park I feel like I fall in love with it more, and it's so unique and it's just one of a kind, and Disney really did knock it out of the park with this one. From the Festival of the Lion King and to the beautiful the world of Avatar, the new world of Avatar, I absolutely love spending the day there. It's home to some of my favorite attractions, like I said, the world of Avatar, Expedition Everest, all of them. But today I'd like to discuss some of the additions I think Disney should implement into the Animal Kingdom in the near future. So the first addition I came up with was a Zootopia ride, which Zootopia is an extremely popular movie, one of their top grossing movies, made by Disney back in 2016. And I'm pretty surprised that no ride or permanent character spots have been seen in the Disney parks, being such a great movie for them and such a well-grossing movie. I think I'm even more surprised because it would be so easy and so it seems so right to put it right in the Animal Kingdom with the movie Zootopia. It's right in the name. I was, just thoughts going through my head is, you could have something like when Officer Hops is coming, riding into Zootopia on that kind of train going in. Disney could do something with that where you're going through the different biomes, and even though Disney is more focused on the Animal Kingdom is more focused on Africa and Asia, the more jungle kind of biomes. I think that exploring those other ones, like how Zootopia did it, that'd be really cool. Maybe if you could do it with AR or some kind of real life experience like I talked about in last episode. I think that would be a really cool idea for Disney to implement here. Another thing they could do is they could take from the wild chase scene when Officer Hops is trying to track down the criminal and she's running all over Zootopia. That would be a very cool scene to take from the movie and kind of implement it. Maybe not exactly the same scene. You'd have to change around a little bit, maybe a different character or a different chase scene or different reasons. But I think it would be really cool to kind of have that chase scene. And a lot of Universal Studios rides have this, where they have some kind of chase thing where it's like those AR kind of attractions. As you can tell, I'm very big on these AR attractions, but I think it is the future of these rides, and I'd like to see Disney add more. So yeah, definitely a lot of potential with this movies. I'd love to see a attraction for Zootopia come out, and I personally think it's a no-brainer. Even just a character meet and greet or something to put in Animal Kingdom, being that Zootopia was such a big ride big movie for them. And it was, so many people loved it. It sent such a great message, and it just seems so right to put in the Animal Kingdom. So on to the next idea, which would be a true Lion King attraction. Now, even though I do personally love the Festival of the Lion King, and it's a must-see every time I go to the parks, being that the Lion King, one of their top grossing movies of all time, definitely an iconic Disney film, one of their best known ever, I genuinely think that they could have a little bit more than just the one sing-along attraction for the Lion King, just because of the magnitude and really, when you think about it, Animal Kingdom is it almost seems like it's made for the Lion King. It almost seems like that. It seems like that might have been where Disney got their inspiration to build Animal Kingdom, is from the movies, the Lion King, the Jungle Book, stuff like that. So as I said before, I love the Festival of the Lion King, but I think there could be a little bit more put into this with this movie. I think The Lion King is just huge. It's just iconic, just an iconic movie for Disney. I think they could add a little bit more. And some of my thoughts were, maybe a character-themed restaurant run by Timon and Pumbaa. It might be difficult to kind of figure out how they could, for Pumbaa at least, to walk around and everything, but, something kind of along the lines of the Starlight Cafe could work, where you have them up on a stage or something like that, and they could, do a little performance that goes on and on. But I personally think this is the best idea they could go with for the Lion King, because a ride seems it would be a little tough to do, being that, the Lion King is more known for their, sing-along and for their soundtrack and everything. But I think this restaurant idea could really be something Disney could consider, being that, you're not bringing a whole nother ride to the park, and this, personally, I always loved going to these character restaurants. I remember as a child, when my family and I would go to Disneyland, we would go and eat at Ariel's Grotto, and even though Ariel was my favorite character, but I loved going to that restaurant because, she was there. You could go meet her, you could go get her autograph, and it was just an amazing atmosphere to be around. And as a kid, I just remember I was so in awe of being in that character-themed restaurant. And I think Disney World could do a better job at adding more of them inside the parks, like Ariel's Grotto is in Disneyland. Personally, I love those restaurants. I think there could be more. I think the only ones are in Magic Kingdom. There might be a few in other places. You can correct me down below, but I definitely think that they could add some kind of Lion King restaurant. And I do know that they have the Rainforest Cafe, outside the park. But I feel like they could, not saying that to get rid of it, because I do love the Rainforest Cafe as well, but they've always been known for giving it that Disney feel, and always making something unique and going above and beyond what is expected. So I think, maybe give it like a spin to give it that Disney kind of feel. Maybe they could, modify the Rainforest Cafe or something. But something along those lines. I think the Lion King deserves more than just their sing-along attraction in the Animal Kingdom. Okay, so the third idea, and I guess it's less of an idea and more of a suggestion, I guess, is to improve the Kali River Rapids. Now, I'm not saying that I hate them, obviously. I do enjoy going in the Kali River Rapids, especially because the lines can get very short at times. But after going to both Disney World and Universal Studios I think it was in January I went, I have to say that the rapids are done much, much better at Universal Studios. And I hate to admit that because I love Disney World much more than Universal Studios, but I have to say they did the rapids much better than Animal Kingdom. Now I'm not sure. It was a greater experience. Everyone was getting more wet. There's more opportunities to get water dumped on you. I think that's the whole point of going on the rapids. Now I don't know what. Maybe Disney's trying to be family friendly and ensure all the guests will be comfortable. But like I said, I feel like the rapids, it's in the name. It's supposed to be like the like a whitewater rafting kind of deal where you're getting splashed, and I think that's the whole point. So I was much more impressed when I went to Universal Studios, which I did not expect. I have to say, going on the Kali River Rapids, I feel like every single time I'm going on this ride, I come off feeling a little underwhelmed. And it's not the atmosphere, it's the ride. I feel like I'm never getting that total experience. I feel like always a little bit underwhelmed after going on the ride. But definitely, I still love the atmosphere of the ride. I think it fits great in that Africa section of the park. I think it's a great concept, great idea, but I think they could do a little bit better of a job to make it more action filled. Okay, so the fourth idea here, the final idea, is for Disney to start implementing more terrains into the Animal Kingdom. So what do I mean by this? Personally, I think Disney absolutely knocked it out of the park with Africa and Asia in Animal Kingdom. I think every time I step in there, every time I go to Expedition Everest and I see those flags and the gear and the artifacts, I feel like I'm in a whole new world. I think Disney does it the best, and it's truly what separates them from all the other parks, is that immersive experience. When I step in Pandora, I feel like I'm in a new world. When I step in Africa, it feels like I'm in a new world. Every single section is truly unique and truly an amazing job by Walt Disney World. Now, with this said, I feel like they could how they should start expanding the Animal Kingdom is by start exploring other terrains. What do I mean? Maybe the desert, maybe like a temperate kind of terrain. The ocean would be great. You know, they have all these, and they have movies that you could fit in all of these. The desert, you have Aladdin. The ocean, you have Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, that kind of line. And that would be great places for these characters. You could have rides for these characters. You could have just meet and greets. You could have restaurants. There's a whole list of things that you could add. I mean, Up is in there. You could add something with Kevin in the jungle, or like in a rainforest. I think, you know, it would be a perfect place to start to find a place for more attractions based off their movies if they want to go along that route. So I think it's really exciting for Animal Kingdom to be able to do this, because you have to remember, Animal Kingdom, it's not just animals don't just live in Africa and Asia. Animals, there's different terrains everywhere. There's the Arctic. I mean, they could do something in the Arctic. I would not put anything past the Imagineers. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to do that, but obviously that'll be much harder than some of these. But I think definitely to start exploring the other terrains of the true Animal Kingdom, and, you know, like the desert, maybe a rainforest, the ocean. That would be, I think, the best idea for Animal Kingdom moving forward, and just to truly encapsulate all the Animal Kingdom, and just keep expanding upon that, because it's truly endless. I mean, I know they have been focusing on like the grasslands of like Asia and Africa, but I would love to see Disney start to explore all these aspects, and I think it would really take Animal Kingdom to the next level that they're looking for. Yeah, so overall, I have to say, Animal Kingdom is definitely one of my favorite parks, probably top 2, and I think the potential is absolutely out of this world. Truly a one-of-a-kind park, something the world has never seen before. So let's hope Disney continues to amaze us with their newest projects. Thanks to everyone for watching, and don't forget to let me know what you guys think about these ideas down below, and any ideas you guys might have to share, you know, for future videos, or just about these topics in general. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday.